blue, blue heart.
We welcome to the show Jimmy James. Hello, Jimmy.
Hi there, Chris. How are you?
Yeah, not bad. How you doing?
I'm not doing too bad, man. Thanks for having me on.
No worries. Red Red Wine was quite a big hit for you back in 1968.
It was indeed, and it came as quite a surprise, actually, because we were doing an album for Pi Records at the time, and after recording a couple of songs, I think that was the only ballad we'd done at that time, and there was a guy who called James Hamilton, God rest his soul, he's gone now. He used to write for a paper called the Record Mirror. And he was in the studio, he says, that's a single. And we thought, you're crazy. There's no way you could make a ballad a single at that time, the way pop music was going, you know. But they went with it. Unfortunately for us, it happened, yeah.
Well, fortunately for everybody else, because it's a great song, and I love that version of Red Red Wine.
Thank you very much. Beautiful song written by Neil Diamond, yeah.
Yeah, really nice. And also in the 60s, you recorded Ska Time, which is one of the first examples of Jamaican ska.
That's right,
What was the era like, and what was it like to record it?
Again, that was, oh boy, now where do I start on that one? Because in those days, you virtually had a 4-track machine, and everything was done all at the same time, you know. It was an interesting time. We did that for Decca, I believe. It was Decca Records that we made that for. And they had seen us on, we'd done a couple of BBC shows at the time, and they liked us and thought they'd like an album. So we did that instrumental album, you know, Ska Time, which was how we started out, really. That was the sort of thing that we started playing, you know, the music we brought with us. And again, fortunate for us, it took off. So, you know, I've been very lucky.
Yeah, and you also moved on to soul music, didn't you?
That's right, because at that time, when we first came to England, in fact, at that time in Jamaica, there was no reggae or any such thing. You know, it was ska and rhythm and blues, which came out of the States. So, because ska actually came out of rhythm and blues, because we used to play the rhythm and blues, and a great guitarist called Ernest Ranglin, who became like well-known jazz guitar player, was doing some recordings in Jamaica, and he decided to change the rhythm of the rhythm and blues and started playing this ska on the guitar, and ska was born. He was the inventor of it, and then they had a group called the Scatolites and all that sort of thing, and so that was how ska music came into being. And then, as you know, everything changes, and through into the years, and it changed and became blue beat and lovers rock, and then eventually what we call reggae, which as we all know, you know, again, the great Bob Marley just took it all to another level.
Yeah, he definitely did.
But the other thing is that what people don't realize that Bob Marley and the Wailers, when they first started out, they were doing R&B. They were like Jamaica's Curtis Mayfield and the Impressions.
Were they?
Yeah, that's the sort of stuff they all started doing until like everything is evolved and Bob started writing his own stuff.
Well, I expect it's like a lot of artists. To begin with, they're not sure which way to go, are they? So they experiment.
Right. That's right, yeah, indeed. You know, you start imitating people, and because in that time, we used to imitate a lot of people. I mean, like I was Jamaica's Benny King. There was one guy who was Fats Domino, and all that sort of thing, you know, we used to do, you see. So but as time went on, you sort of found your own voice and your own genre, and you went with it.
Yeah. And once you found it, you just kept going, didn't you?
Just kept going, yeah.
Yeah. You are now involved in the Originals. Can you tell us about that?
Yes. Well, I got approached by a guy called Tony Washington from Island Records, and said they wanted to do this project, you know, called the Originals and so on. And I said, oh, okay, great. So I went in because we're talking about people, again, maybe people not well known who are big Jamaican artists, like Laurel Aiken, Owen Gray, Toots and the Maytals, people like all that who started the whole thing, you know, who, again, we started the whole sort of what's the word, progression from ska music into rhythm and blues, and sort of brought it to the wider public here, if you understand what I'm trying to say. And so consequently, they thought, well, it would be interesting to let people know exactly where it came from and how it has developed throughout the years, you see. So, I'm glad to be involved in that as well, yeah.
And it's amazing how many people don't know, how the music progressed. I mean,
oh, yeah, indeed. Yeah, because it's a crazy business, because, like, from the Jamaican side of the thing, it all started with calypso. It started with what we call mento music, calypso. Then it went to blues. Then it went to rhythm and blues. And then it went to ska, to blue beat, to lovers rock, to reggae. And now it's gone again to another thing called dancehall, a format which, to be honest with you, I'm not really fond of, but because the dancehall thing it would be equivalent to, how can I put this now? It would be equivalent to the gangster rap thing that comes out of the States, that sort of violent side of the thing, and I don't like that,
No, and, well, I agree. I think the original music was much better.
Oh yeah, indeed.
But like everything, you get some great tunes now, but, well, like you did back then, I suppose. Back then you had some great music and you had some not so great music. And
it was all great music, I would say. I don't want to sound too old, but I mean, like, I find, well, I don't know if it's me. I just found that songs in that era, they had a story to tell, and everybody could relate to the song. It wasn't just about, and people used to listen to lyrics more. It's all changed and become more rhythmic now, if you understand what I'm trying to say. People listen to rhythms rather than lyrics.
Yeah, it's like, if a song's catchy, it almost doesn't matter what the lyrics are.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. But like you said, the old music, people used to listen to the lyrics. I mean, when you had a hit record, I mean, they knew the whole song word for word, but today people will know a little catchphrase and the thing, but all they're concerned about is what sort of bands they can do to it, and that's it.
And who are your biggest influences from the past and today? Who are the singers you really like?
Oh, God. I love people like Ray Charles. I love big band music like Duke Ellington. In today's genre, I would say, it's very difficult because it's the people I seem to like, sort of like, are of older type, like your Al Green and people like that. That's the sort of thing I love. I love that sort of way they sort of weave the vocals around and melodies and make you say, you gasp when you hear somebody sings a phrase. You think, my God, listen to that. The vocal technique, they spend so much time getting it right. Fabulous groups like the Temptations, the harmonies. Not that groups today don't do the same, have the same sort of harmonic values, but I don't know, there was just something about the sound, the way it sounded, it's so, that stays with me.
Yeah, I love Motown as well. I mean, brilliant style of music. And also, we're going to play, before you leave, I'll Go Where the Music Takes Me.
Right.
This was a big hit for you back in 1974.
Yeah, that's 76, I think. But that was the biggest surprise of my life, because I met a guy called Bidu, who you probably know was the producer for Carl Douglas, who did Kung Fu Fighting, and Tina Charles, who did that little lady dance. And he said he had this song. So I came down to London, we did this thing, and went away, never thought anything more about it. And at the time, I was doing cabaret in Jersey, still from the band. And we got this phone call and said, you're on Top of the Pops tomorrow. And we thought, well, how the hell can we be on Top of the Pops? We haven't got a record. What is he talking about? And he said, Jimmy Young, who was then on Radio 2, had got a hold of a copy of this song and started playing it, loved it. and it broke out. It broke, so it said rayon. So we had to go out in Jersey, and we bought suits in Jersey, and they sent a little private plane for us, flew us into London. We recorded the thing on the Wednesday, and flew back to Jersey, and it was on Top of the Pops on the Thursday. And, well, there you go. That was it. That was it. Completely unaware. It just came out of the blue. Yeah.
So was that probably the biggest surprise in your career so far? Or?
That was the biggest ever surprise, believe you me. I could not believe what was happening at the time, It was just awesome, to say the least.
But then also you followed it up with Now Is the Time, which was number 5 in the UK. Yeah.
Now, strangely enough, number 5 was bigger than I'll Go. But what happened with I'll Go was we were with Pi at the time, and Brotherhood of Man had just won the Eurovision Song Contest with Save Your Kisses for Me. And so the whole pressing plant went into overdrive on getting that out to the shops, and completely forgot about I'll Go. And then they went round a second time, and it got to number 15. Well, with Now's the Time, we'd done it. It's a hell of a long, because if you listen, it's almost like a protest song, Now's the Time, if you really listen to the lyrics. And it's a very long version, but, so when I'll Go happened, we didn't have a follow-up. And what they did was they took the album into Pi and played the songs to the female staff. And they liked Now's the Time. So we had to go back in the studios and re-record Now's the Time, the single version. And so that was how that came about as a follow-up as well. Again, it wasn't like we said, oh, we'll do this as a follow-up just in case. We didn't have anything planned, because we never expected I'll Go to be as big as it was, you see. So it's like everything for me has just been potluck, but I've been very lucky, man, yeah.
No, well, it's not all potluck, is it? You're a great singer, and...
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, but the thing is, I enjoy it so much, man, and that's what it's all about,
Oh, definitely.
That's what it's all about.
Well, thanks a lot for coming on the show, Jimmy. It's been great having you on.
Thank you ever so much for asking me, and it's been great. It's been great. And keep on doing the great job that you're doing, man.
You too.
Thank you.
See you later.
Okay, thanks. Bye-bye, Nelson. Bye-bye.
That's where my destiny is gonna be, and I'll be your second harmony. We'll make sweet melodies ever so tenderly, 'cause we got the key, yeah. Everybody's searching for a dream, people making plans. Well, I've got what I've been searching for right in the palm of my hand. Well, I want you to know that I won't let you go. I'll go where your music takes me, where your rhythm makes me. That's where my destiny is gonna be, and I'll be your second harmony. We'll make sweet melodies ever so tenderly, 'cause we got the key, yeah. Like a bee needs a hive, I need your love to keep me alive. And like a leaf clings to a tree, I need your love to cling to me. But